All right, now we're gonna do a little puppy exam with Hank. He's pretty good at it. This is so puppies get used to being handled and know that it's friendly and nice. He wants to go to this place. Oh, this isn't the place time, this is the other time. So, pick a puppy up. His back will be towards you. Lift him on your thing. All right. And you go through his toes. So I usually do this for about 15 minutes. It's good to do this. You don't have to do it after a training session, but this is a good thing to do if you want to do something more with your puppy. That you don't want them to be too tired out to do the exercises you do before, because this is also mental work for a puppy, believe it or not, that they're learning, because I'm going to examine his little ears. I'm going to examine inside his little teethy so he gets used to me putting my fingers in his mouth and not wanting to chomp them off, and opening up his little mouth. Good boy. Yeah, and then I go in between his toes so that nail clipping can go as swimmingly as possible in the future. So I just get him ready, and like at this point, I'm usually pressing on the ends of his nails, kind of simulating what a clipper will feel like. So if this goes as it usually goes, he should be asleep in about 7 minutes. Which is awesome. You want your dog to go to sleep. At first he was shaking a little bit when I'd start this. Could have also been because the other doggies were around and he wanted to go see them. But it also could have been that he felt a little timid being handled on his back. It's not exactly, it's a little bit of a vulnerable position for a dog. That's why we do it this way. Look at those little jowls. Yeah. If he starts struggling, I'll just hold him until he quiets down. And I'll also throw in some things there I know he likes. Now see, he's pulling his little foot away a little bit. So with puppies, you want to do a lot of handling and calming things. So this is also one of the calming exercises. Teach them to self-chill. He loves having his belly rubbed. Gosh. I want him to get used to being handled, but I don't want to make the whole exercise unenjoyable. I'll just pretend he doesn't have anything that needs wiping out. I'll just pretend to be wiping out some goo here. That is right out of the package. That's newly minted paw. Yeah, it's still soft on the underside. Some pink. That soft pink paws. Yeah. Don't worry, I got you. You do have the heaviest head in the whole world. Let's move you like this. There we go. It's good to do this too so your dog finds your touch relaxing, because these guys, even though they're not the biggest dogs in the world, they're awfully strong later on. If they don't want to do something and they use their whole strength against you, you're not going to make them do it. So So we want them to get accustomed to a lot of handling, so that hopefully vet visits go well, grooming visits, even just interactions with family. Just want them to be used to being examined and touched and held. And it's also a trust thing for your puppy and you, and a bonding thing. Well, that's why we're going to get to doing clipping his nails too. I like when owners at least know how to do it, even if they need a vet to do it later because of health issues or age or whatever, because it's a really good bonding experience for you and your dog, and to learn how to work together. And also, when the vet goes to do it, it's not as scary as if you just have a stranger do something you've never done with your puppy before, or your dog before at that point. It makes silly noises. Oh, good, give me a kiss. That's very nice. Yeah, that's very nice. When I have a puppy or a dog, I'm not afraid it's going to bite me in the face. I do allow kisses. Yes. A lot of dogs like the soft underarms to be stroked. Like that. Yeah. Yeah. So, when I have a puppy, I usually do this at the end of the day while I'm watching my favorite program. Maybe a glass of wine nearby. We both decompress. And I haven't done this to all of my puppies, and I think our lives would have much gone better, more swimmingly, with less bumps. I mean, I love all my dogs are great. Had I kept such a thing up. So I beg of you, please keep this up with your puppy for as long as you can until they get too big. Until they get too big to do it. You're silly. You're super silly. This guy is really nice. All dogs are nice, but I mean just like temperament-wise, he's a very nice little bulldog puppy. I mean, I'm sure he has his moments. I've seen a little bit crazy in him. But just normal puppy crazy. And if a puppy doesn't have a certain amount of crazy, I'd be very worried about their health. Oh, I'd be very worried. Nice. Ooh. Are you trying to hide the paw from me so I won't touch it? I find them. They're right there. There's the paw again. Yeah. We're at 8 minutes and he hasn't fallen asleep. That's odd. Usually he's fast asleep right now. Huh. Are you ready to go or something? You ready for some adventure and fun? Yeah? Want more adventure and fun? With your stocky little legs. Of course, he hasn't had Bandit to play with today. So, that's one of his favorite playmates. We got Bandit. We're going to have Sally next week. Well, he had somebody we played with, Reggie and Bandit. And he saw her Squishy, but she didn't play with him. one of Squishy's owners passed away, so she was a little blue. She's usually a good puppy playmate. Oh, Jack. How could I forget you and Jack? Huh? Jack. That was his favorite. Wednesdays are a very quiet daycare day. I had him around my dog Boris a little today. For socializing with, not for playing with, because I know Boris would not appreciate the chewing on the back legs. He does that. I'm well aware not all dogs are going to be a fan. Oh, and Lucy too. I forgot about Lucy. You and Lucy, huh? Yeah. You're very awake today. Very awake for this. Oh boy. So I just hold on if they start getting upset and wait for them to calm down. Some dogs calm down better than others. You did a good job right there. Some dogs will bite you. Yes, you will. No. So I don't want them to win. I don't want it to make it a painful experience either. So I just gently hold on to his paws if he does that. Get him used to it. A lot of dogs aren't really a fan of having their paws handled at first. That's why I concentrate on those a lot. And if he's relaxed when I'm handling something, or he wasn't before, I'll tell him he's a good boy too. He's like, let me go to sleep. Oh, struggling a little bit. If you do this, you can avoid a lot of temper tantrums too, because they learn not to go into a temper tantrum. Very sweet. Yeah. Oh, you're so sweet. You're so very sweet. You're a very sweet boy. Yeah. So I just put my fingers in their ear canals a little bit because eventually you're going to be cleaning these out with cotton swabs or cotton pads. You want them to get used to that. I feel their teeth because you might want to. I would encourage it. I'm really bad at it. Brush their teeth one day, so you want them to get used to it. And like I said, opening up their mouth. So you can prepare for that period of time where your puppy grabs something that you don't like, or that he shouldn't, might be a danger to him, and you don't want him to go after you because they're used to you pulling their mouths open. Doesn't always work, but it's a good thing to be prepared. So I've been watching him. I treat him with my other dogs when I'm training them, and he doesn't seem to have any sort of food issues at all, which is lovely. I always keep on the lookout for that though, because you want to deal with that quickly. Oh my, that is a big mouth. That's the biggest mouth I've ever seen. Yeah, a puppy. That's a big one. Oh, here we go. Good boy. Yeah. So he relaxed. He started to go into his baby cry. Good boy. Oh my. God bless you. Oh, I know. Good bless you. God bless you. It's like you got another one coming. Do you got another one coming? Huh? I'm supposed to do the sneezing. I'm allergic to dogs. You allergic to people? Huh? And I do have this ongoing monologue with the dog when you do this. You just got one more minute. And the 15 minutes is up. Oh boy. Looks like we might have gone to drowsy land there for a second. Oh, no, we sneezed. Drowsy land. You going into drowsy land? Huh? Sweet. Little struggle. Bulldogs are tenacious, so I like that he doesn't try very hard and he gives up pretty quickly. We just had a French Bulldog, Benny, who, actually he wasn't bad in the puppy exam, but he would not give up quickly any sort of argument he was having with you. Oh boy. You give funny looks. You give funny looks. Yeah. Look at those pokey pokies. Those chubby pokies. We're all done. We're a minute all done. We've gone over a minute. Oh. Oh, he's about to doze. There he goes. You can see how tiring just giving your dog a puppy exam can be, and they're really not doing that much. It's such a simple thing to do, so don't discount it because it doesn't look like anything. It's really very important to puppy development. So now we've done the puppy exam portion. And I unfortunately have to wake him up to turn off the video camera. I think I'm gonna let him snooze with me for a little while before we continue our training for today. As you can see, it doesn't take very much to tire out a puppy this age, thank God. So now is a really good time to start to instill those good habits for when they're a bit wilder and crazier later on. I'm sorry. I'll have you back up in the lap in a moment. Okay, come on. Oh boy. Tired and sleepy puppy.